Back at my bros again because the power is still out and very well could be till Sunday. But it's gonna take a lot more than not having electricity to stop me. So today we have 5 games plus a couple of interesting news stories to cover. So without further delay, let the day 136 recap begin. Remember how I said a few days ago about how Lou Williams expects Swaggy P to pay up his debts when the Lakers visit Houston in about a week or so? Well, maybe Lou Williams will cut Swaggy P a little bit of slack now, seeing as to how Nick Young was just robbed of over $500K in cash and valuables that were in his home, including the robbers just straight up taking the safe that Young claimed had other valuables in it. $500K worth of stuff stolen from your home. That is insane. Maybe, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, Nick Young had told Lou Williams that he has no intent of paying him back, and this was Lou Williams' response. Probably not though. But this just reminds you of how rich these players actually are.
You see that? That ain't nothing. Look at the back. What that say? Woo, precision.
And no knock on Nick Young or anything, but he's not even close to one of the players that get like with the max contracts or one of these ridiculous shoe deals from Nike or Adidas. And I personally can't even fathom the feeling of having $500,000 or having $500,000 stolen from you. I mean, I'd be upset if I had $50 worth of stuff stolen from me. Real talk, I would hunt that person down. Well, he wasn't robbed per se, but I'm sure DeMarcus Cousins still considers this highway robbery. The NBA has come out and fined DeMarcus Cousins $50,000 for 2 instances of using profanity towards NBA fans at the games. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen the first incident when the Pelicans played the Lakers a few days ago, but in case you haven't, here it is. But just a quick notice, this is not safe for work whatsoever, so you've been warned. Now that video was actually taken by a pretty well-known YouTuber that goes by the name of OSN. And I'm pretty confident that OSN said something to provoke Cousins into saying that so he could get out on camera for his YouTube channel.
Fat boy! Fat boy!
Donuts, baby, donuts!
Fat boy!
We got donuts! Milk and donuts, fat boy!
But if you are Cousins, you just gotta try and learn to phase that stuff out. I know it can be hard, but you gotta try. And here is the other incident with a fan that actually happened in the Jazz game that was one day after the Lakers game.
Why'd you get so soft? Why'd you get so soft, bro?
And I can't even lie, I found that one to be pretty funny, and if it was up to me, I wouldn't have fined DeMarcus Cousins for this one. Why? Because I was entertained by it. You see, the fans were entertained by it. Look at their faces. But unfortunately for Cousins, it is not up to me, and I can see a whole lot more fines coming his way because of stuff like this. And the final news of the day comes in the form of Stephen Curry. Now this video is like a day or so old, I believe, but however, I just found it and saw it for the first time. I still decided to share it with you guys just in case you guys haven't seen it either, because I don't know, it was a pretty hot topic. And I'm sure most of you guys know by now who Lonzo Ball is, and that his father Lavar Ball has come out and said that his son Lonzo is currently better than Stephen Curry. And if you haven't heard that, take a look.
What made you say that one day Lonzo is going to be better than Steph Curry in Golden State?
Hey, let me tell you this right now. I have the utmost confidence in what my boy is doing. I'm going to tell you right now, he's better than Steph Curry to me. Here, put Steph Curry on UCLA's team right now and put my boy on Golden State and watch what happens.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you doubled down on it right there.
Double down on it again. And like I said, if I don't know what my boy's about, I'm not going to make that statement.
And the media finally got around to asking Steph Curry how he felt about Lavar saying that his son Lonzo is better than him, and take a look at what Steph Curry said.
Some of the stuff he's saying bother you at all?
I don't want to talk about that. I wish these kids the best, and I know they're going to be great NBA players. That's their job. That's it.
Do you feel like he may be putting undue pressure on, 19-year-old, 16-year-old?
Every person should parent their kid how they feel they should. I mean, that's it.
Now, Steph Curry did take the appropriate response to this, and also saying that a father should just raise the child how he wants, just taking the politically correct route to avoiding giving his real thoughts on the matter, which you could clearly see what his real thoughts were on the matter just by taking a look at his face. You know that behind that smile, there was something that wanted to come out, something that he wanted to say, but for better or for worse, he kept it to himself. I still want to know what you wanted to say. Maybe one day he'll let us know, but But hey, that day is not today. And that about wraps up all the news from yesterday. Now let's jump straight into the games from last night. Portland is coming in hot, chasing that eighth seed. Robert Covington hit the biggest shot of the night to send the game to overtime, but it was Jusuf Nurkic, aka the Bosnian Beast, that had the biggest game of the night. 28 points, 20 rebounds, 8 assists, and 6 blocks for Nurkic last night. 20 rebounds and 6 blocks from a Trailblazer this year. I don't think they have grabbed a total of 20 rebounds in a single game before last night, nor did they have 6 blocks in a single game before last night. Nah, just kidding. But what an amazing performance overall from the big man. I know Portland fans are beyond excited that he plays for them. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum both did their parts and scored though. 24 for Dame and 23 for CJ. Dario Saric had a career high 28 points and Robert Covington added 24 points and 13 rebounds for Philly. And the Blazers get their 4th straight win, 114-108 over Philly. Russell Westbrook gets his 31st triple-double of the season to tie Wilt Chamberlain for most triple-doubles in a single NBA season, and the Thunder get the 102-92 win over the San Antonio Spurs. 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists for Westbrook on his historic night, and Victor Oladipo also contributed 20 points in the winning effort. Kawhi Leonard returned for San Antonio after missing the previous game due to rest and had 19 points. The Detroit Pistons have sent the Cleveland Cavaliers to their 3rd straight loss last night with the 106-101 victory thanks to Reggie Jackson once again showing signs of life. He scored 12 of the Pistons' 33 fourth quarter points and finished with 21 on the night. Andre Drummond also had himself a nice game with 20 points and 16 rebounds. LeBron James did have a triple-double for Cleveland though with 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists, and Kyrie Irving also added 29. J.R. Smith did return last night for the Cavs but struggled to find his shot, which you can expect for his first game back. He had 3 points on 1 of 9 shooting. The Lakers win. Yes, indeed, the Lakers get a win, 122-110 over the Phoenix Suns. Deloading was locked and loaded last night, hitting 6 of his 9 3-point attempts and finishing with 28 points. And Jordan Clarkson also had 19 off the bench. Devin Booker scored 23 for Phoenix, and TJ Warren added 18 points and 13 rebounds. The final game of the night finds both of these teams looking to get back onto the winning path, and it would be the Clippers who come out on top 114-98 in what was actually a pretty important matchup considering the Grizzlies were right on the Clippers' heels for the 5th seed out west before this game. Chris Paul scored 19 points and Austin Rivers added 20 off the bench. Blake Griffin with a near triple-double of 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, and Marc Gasol scores 20 from Memphis. And that about wraps up all the action for the day 136 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season, and now it's time for the player of the day. Yesterday, you guys selected Giannis Antetokounmpo and his 32 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks as your player of the day. And here are today's nominees. I already kind of have a feeling of who you guys are going to pick. Jusuf Nurkic and his 28 points, 20 rebounds, 8 assists, and 6 blocks. Russell Westbrook and his 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists. Reggie Jackson and his 21 points, including 12 in the 4th quarter and 5 assists, or D'Angelo Russell and his 28 points and 6 threes. As always, you guys can go vote for the player of the day right now. The link to the poll will be in the description box down below. But other than that, thank you once again for all of your support and for watching. You guys are and will always be the best. Like the video if you didn't like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NBA recaps. And until tomorrow, keep getting them Bucks Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!